I've got another confession to make. I think Chikorita's good. Um, I know what you're thinking. Blasphemy! No, I really actually enjoy Chikorita's design, and while I can definitely acknowledge that it's not competitively viable, I do think that Chikorita, specifically design-wise, is it's a cute little fun Pokemon, and design-wise at least, I don't particularly understand the hate. And this, what I just said stands true for Bayleaf and for Meganium. Um, Now, why am I talking about this? Well, this relates to Pokemon Legends ZA, which we just got a trailer for on Thursday. It was Thursday morning. For anyone in the States, I think, for all the time zones, it was still in the morning regardless, I believe. I believe. At least for me, it was in the morning. Yeah. Basically, what was I going to say? I actually can't remember. Yeah, so, oh, I remember now. On Thursday morning, I actually skipped my morning lecture hall to watch the video. I'm not gonna say I regret it, but I don't want to say regret because, you know, every dumb decision that you make teaches you a lesson. So I can't particularly say I regret it, but I do recognize that it was a little bit dumb in retrospect. Um, but yeah, no, we got a look into what Legend ZA entails, and from what we've seen, I actually like it quite a bit. Um, the game is using the same engine as Scarlet and Violet, which definitely was concerning at first, but then as the video kept playing, I was looking at the gameplay footage and I realized that the actual textures and the models themselves looked quite updated, and the game was running at a seemingly much better frame rate than Scarlet and Violet was. So far, Legends ZA basically just looks like Scarlet and Violet if it was good. And I'm not complaining. There is beggars can't be choosers. I was begging for a functional Pokemon game that's new, and we're getting that. So I'm definitely excited to see that. And the game itself actually looks quite interesting. Some fans complained because it's going to take place in Lumio, like the whole game's going to take place in Lumio City. So for some people, it could feel very restrictive, but I'm definitely going to still keep an open mind because I firmly believe that they can still make the game feel quite open and expansive because, to be fair, Lumio City is quite large, and especially now that it is on the Switch, I feel like they could do a lot with it. So I'm definitely going to definitely going to stay optimistic about this one. Mega Evolutions are back. Hell yeah. I don't even have it. I'm not even going to say anything else because what else is there to say? Just hell yeah. Oh, the battle system is going to be live, like a real-time battle system, kind of like in some more traditional RPGs, like maybe like I know Final Fantasy does that, and that's it doesn't play like Final Fantasy, not quite, but it's going to be a live battle system, which is quite interesting, and I'm excited to see what they do with that. Let's take a step back. Oh, and so Mega Evolution is in fact back. And in battle, it's going to last for a limited amount of time. And there's going to be like a little meter that slowly wears out until, boop, and then the Mega Evolution disappears. I can't say I'm against it. It's very interesting. I think that it's going to nerf Megas enough to where they're not just this broken, instantly win the battle type of thing that it was in X and Y. And I think it's going to balance Mega Evolutions a lot better, so I am quite excited to see what they do with that as well. And then, for me, also, the UI of the game that they showed actually looks quite good. I really like when game UI complements the world that it is a part of. The game that is a part of, it fits the game's theme quite well. And it does that. It looks very futuristic, and I can appreciate that because it takes place in Lumio City in Kalos, which is supposed to be a very it's supposed to be a very futuristic city. So I like quite a bit that they're doing that. And yeah, no, the UI does look quite good, and the Pokemon models themselves honestly look pretty good too. I do have no complaints with that. I would say that the most controversial thing that I saw about Legends ZA is the starter choices. We got Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. Now, I personally don't have any problem with this. In fact, I think that it's good that we got 3 pretty obscure starters. Obscure. To some people, I'd say definitely to Pokemon fans who are newer to the franchise, all 3 of these are quite obscure. And I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I do appreciate that they're giving love to these 3 sort of niche starters, especially Chikorita. Oh my gosh, like one of the most forgotten starters ever. And I do think it was a weird selection, but I understand that they just, in the Legends games, they like to get sort of like a weird blend of different starters from different generations. It was interesting though, because 2 of the starters are from Johto, and 1 is from Unova. A lot of people thought that they were going to mix it up a bit, maybe throw in like Chimchar or something, or maybe use Snivy instead of Tepig for the Gen 5 starter. I was actually, in class today, I was actually talking to someone in it was one of my late classes, and he was also a Pokemon fan. He was telling me that he's not a big fan of the starter lineup. And I personally have no problem with it, but I do understand where he's coming from. But I do have to say, in defense of Tepig and Chikorita, okay, Chikorita is very competitively weak, but design-wise, I have no problem with her. And in fact, this is some speculation and some rumors. Nothing's guaranteed here. A lot of people are speculating that they're going to give a Mega Evolution to each of the 3 starters' final evolutions. And okay, I'm all for that, right? So that means we'd be getting a Mega Meganium, Emboar, and Feraligatr. And this is why I do have no problem with them picking Chikorita, is because, again, Meganium as the weakest starter in like all of Pokemon, giving them a boost with a Mega Evolution is going to help balance Meganium out quite a lot. And I don't think Emboar and Feraligatr are as bad as Meganium, but I don't think either of those starters are like these broken freaking, they're not going to be in the overused tier for competitive, that's for sure. They're going to be a bit lower, maybe rarely used or something. I actually don't know where they lie competitively because I don't use them competitively a lot, but I always thought that Feraligatr and Emboar were not bad. But again, they also could probably use a Mega Evolution to make them a bit more balanced and a lot more competitively viable. So to me, I really don't see this as a loss. I, in fact, think that this is a solid lineup. Now, if I had to personally choose the lineup, what I would have done instead is that since, again, this is all hypotheticals, I do like this lineup. I like Tepig, I like Chikorita, and I like Totodile, and I have no problem with the fact that they went with these 3. But if I were to personally make this lineup, what I would have done is I would have, since we had a starter from Gens 2, 5, and 7 for the first Arceus game, what I personally would have done is I would have picked something from Gens 1, 3, and 4. Okay, actually, maybe not 1 because the Gen 1 starters have already gotten so much love, and I think it'd only be fair to balance it out a bit more. So what I think I would do is I would pick something from Gens 3, 4, and call me crazy, I think I would go with 8. Because I know Sword and Shield wasn't the greatest game ever, but I thought the starters were fine. I am not the biggest fan of Inteleon. Oh my gosh. I'm making an Evan 30 video! What the fuck?
Cool.
Oh my gosh. What was I saying? I gotta leave soon. I'm talking about Pokemon, so you know. Whoa, shocker! What?
Pokemon?
What?
Who are you? What'd you do with them?
What I personally would have done, let's just say I was the CEO of Pokemon. This is what I would have done. I'm saying we pick, something from Gen 3. I am really biased, but, okay. I want to say Torchic because I love Torchic, but let's actually take a step back. Oh, no, wait a minute. But then the Gen 3 starters have gotten Megas as well, so that actually wouldn't make sense. Okay. Let's just say I would have picked Chimchar. Everyone loves Chimchar. Mega Infernape, oh hell yeah. And then for Gen 5, again, Tepig's great. I'm all for Tepig. Perhaps Snivy would have been cool as well. So we could do that. And then, let's say we can throw Totodile in the mix. You know what? Perhaps that would have been a little bit of an overall stronger lineup, but I have to admit, I'm not complaining because Meganium could use a Mega. Emboar could use, they all could really use one. And I think that they literally went back and said, who are three old starters that are a bit underappreciated? I think they picked the 3 perfect ones. Okay, you know what? I shouldn't complain. I like what they did. But yeah, I just blabbed into an oblivion, as per usual. Welcome to my life, Got somewhere to be in like 30 minutes, and I have 7 missing assignments. So I gotta lock in. Dude, I had 8 yesterday, but I got 1 done, so now I have 7.
Bro.
Dude. No, but I'll figure it out. I think, I hope. I'm gonna give some life advice before I go, because I feel like it. You have that dream, that goal that lies deep within your heart, Just do that shit. What is actually stopping you? You know what I mean? It's your mind that's stopping you. Or maybe, not optimal circumstances might be stopping you. But like that dream, that goal that you have in your head, if there's something in your control that you can do to push that further and to pursue it, seriously do that shit. Like what is actually stopping you? The only thing greater, this is not my line, the only thing greater than the pain of discipline is the pain of regret. You're really old and you're like, my life was pretty good, but I didn't chase that dream, You're gonna just be like, oh shit. So especially, okay, I don't want to say that. You could be young, you could be old. If you have a dream that lies within your heart and you still haven't pursued that shit, then seriously, what are you waiting? What are you waiting for? And you might be afraid, like, oh, I'm afraid to fail. That's fine. You can be afraid. Still do that shit. Do it afraid. Do it freaking shivering in your timbers, freaking super scared. You should still chase that shit though. Goodbye. Yeah. But that's my ramble. I do seriously have to go now because, I gotta be somewhere in 30 minutes. And I also still gotta eat. I accidentally cut. I didn't lose any muscle. My strength seems to presumably be the same, but I got a lot more lean and less bulky, I've noticed. Or maybe I'm tweaking. Maybe I just have been bulking. I do have a bit of body dysmorphia, so it could be that. I gotta eat more meals. I gotta eat like 4 or 5 meals a day if I want to hit that that slight calorie surplus to where I'm bulking, but I'm not gonna just get like a big slobbery stomach. You know what I mean? I'm just going to still look muscular and healthy, but just have some more mass, and in turn I can build more muscle, and then I can get more bigger freaking muscles, bigger something. Big muscle equals cool. I want big muscles. I also want big money. I want a lot of money. It's all that matters is money. No, it doesn't. I don't really I gotta make some damn money. I'm broke. And I'm gonna go buy Pokemon cards or whatever I got left, you know. Yeah, I'm still rambling. I'm still going, dude. Yeah. When's this gonna end? I don't know. I am the procrastination king, so you know this could go on for a long time. Facts. Probably get something to eat. Probably get a burger. Probably get a hamburger.
Why are you talking about burgers?
Dude, because I'm hungry. Dude, I'm hungry, okay? Gosh. Get a load of this guy, huh? You know what? I'm cutting it. That's it. I'm done. Just do it. I am not associated with Nike, but I am wearing their shoes right now, I have to admit. I'm not associated, but all I'm saying is that dream, do that shit. Like, actually, what are you waiting for? Like, there's no point in waiting. There's a Van Halen song I like called Right Now, and it's about, you know, obviously within good moral reason. If you want to do bad things, don't do that shit. But if you want to do good, awesome, or like cool shit, just do it. The song's called Right Now, and it basically talks about, like, you know, go live your life. Let life happen, you know? Do what you want to do, have fun, and do it right now. What are you waiting for, you know? Holy shit. I'm gonna go. Goodbye.